Hi, my name is Jeff, and today we're going to go over not this book, although you can purchase this book, see a link inside the description, but what we're going to go over here in this video is creating this image right here. So see the lines here as it's changing color. We have a green and an orange, and this is very useful. This happens to be a Gantt chart, but this is very useful for any visual that you use right within PowerApps. So do you need Power BI? Not necessarily. You're going to see in this video and other videos that I have that you can get quite a bit out of Power Apps to make things happen for you. So let's go ahead and take a look and see how to develop this today, and then we'll get right to it. So let's go ahead and jump right to it. So again, this is a booklet right here, and I have the code. Like, for example, right here, this is a PDF, so it's not confusing, that you can purchase for under $5. So it's not everything in the world, right? But it's going to give you this information. You can use it for your reference library and purchase it. But see the link inside the description. So how do we get these boxes to change? Now, I'm using these for Gantt charts, but you could use them literally for anything that you want to display. So let's go ahead. We're going to just start with the document itself, just to kind of give you some background of what we're doing. Again, this is a task management program that we have here, and we're working on these bars right here. Now, in this example, they're the same color. We want them to be like this, where they're changing colors dependent on the start and the due dates is how we set the bar up. But today, the video we're going to talk about is just changing the color of that bar. So the first thing we need to do is go into SharePoint, and we need to create ourselves a field, right? And in this field, we need to call it status. And so how do we do that? So let's go ahead and go over to SharePoint. We can, here's an example of it, but if you're inside of your Power App and you want to open up SharePoint, just go to your data there and we're going to open up priority tasks and hit edit data, and then it's just going to come up. And to open it up, I don't have it on the screen. Let me move my screen down a bit. There we go. To open up, you just click on the settings right here. You go to list settings, click on that. And now you're here and you can see all of the fields that you have within your SharePoint list. Okay, that's pretty easy. And here you see we've already created status, but let's pretend that we haven't, and let's recreate it. To recreate it, we just click here on create column. Once we hit create column, we put in the name of the column, and in this case, it's going to be a number. So let's flip back over to that Word document. So here's what we're looking at right here. So the first step, again, these books are step by step. Remember, I'm not a developer, and this is not what I do full time, but I do this as an enthusiast almost, or a hobbyist, because I need to get certain things like this Gantt chart. I needed this for work. I needed to be able to display my tasks, and I needed to figure out how to do it on my own. And so these books are all written, in these videos are all really focused on the person who does this once a year, but needs to know how to do it. So anyways, status, number, right? Follow the numbers, pretty simple. Okay, so that's really how we create a field. Once you get that field done, so we're just going to put here test status as our field, and we're going to click on number. And dependent on what you select here, it's going to ask you different questions here. Okay, so require this column, what's a minimum, is it a calculated value, and then you can add different formatting as well. And then you have to go way over here to hit OK. Let's look at another example here real quick on on different things that could pop up. For example, multiple lines of text. Notice here now it's changed. It's asking me, do I want plain text or enhanced text? I always use plain, and then you can hit OK. So that's pretty much how you create a field within a SharePoint list. Now, once you have all those fields, you can just go back. Once you create it, it pulls you right back here. You can go back here where it says priority tasks. Just click on that. And now you can see all of the fields that you have within your list. Let me open that back up, and we can kind of scroll over and see all of the data. So what we're doing really with the Power App is we're just accessing these data fields reside here. This is our data storage right here, and we're just pulling data directly from here. So that's pretty simple. Well, that's all we're going to talk about in this video. We're going to come back to this document and continue on in another video about filling this up dynamically. But I wanted to give just a brief video on how to create a field, which we're going to need, or a column within a list. And we're going to use this video in multiple videos and multiple references, but that's how you do it. So good luck.